In Step 3, you will develop emergency information and gather important documents. Before, during, and after a disaster, you will need many types of information. Having this information organized and stored in one place will help you get the things and services you need. During normal times, you or your family member may be able to remember and tell someone all types of information, and you know where all your important documents are stored. But during a disaster, things can change. You may become separated from your family or caregivers. You may be unable to speak and share information. You may need to leave your home, which means you would not have access to documents and important information. You will also want to get in touch with family and friends or your service providers. The tabs below will take you to forms that will help you gather all your important information and documents in one place. This will include medical and healthcare provider information for each person in the household, and then the following household documents: the family emergency meeting place, family contact information, and a list of important documents for you to gather and make copies. By clicking on the Fill Out Forms tab, you will get to the forms. There are directions throughout the form. First, fill in your name. If you live alone, then press 0 on the number bar, and you are done on this page. If you have others in your household, then click on the number of other persons in your household. The number of blank lines will automatically appear for you to fill in. When done, click on the blue arrow at the bottom right, which will take you to the next page. The menu page will then come up. If you live by yourself, only the forms will be listed. In larger households, all the names you gave will appear. At any time, you can click on the menu button and return to this page. Click the blue arrow and go to the forms for the first person. The medical form is first. This is how the form shows the person's name. Fill in the form, then click on the blue arrow to go to the health provider information form. Fill in this form. Then click the blue arrow. If you live alone, you will go to the next form. If you have others in your home, this will take you to the next person's forms until you have everyone's medical and health provider information forms done. The family meeting place form is next. Be sure everyone knows these. The neighborhood meeting place would be somewhere near your home, where you would all meet if you have to leave your home very quickly, for example, in a fire. The out-of-neighborhood, or somewhere in your town, is where you meet if you are separated during a disaster and cannot get home or your home is gone. And similarly, the out-of-town location is where everyone should go after a large-scale disaster where you have to leave town. When done, click the blue arrow at the bottom right. The family contact information page is next. This will be automatically filled in for you. If you live alone, to complete the form or you want to add additional names, you will click a number on the bar and lines will appear. When done, click the blue arrow at the bottom right. This will take you to the list of important documents. This list is also available on the Document List tab. These are the types of documents you will need to gather and make copies. As you can see, they will help you deal with insurance and many other recovery programs. And you will have copies if they are destroyed. When you are done with the list of documents, click the blue arrow. The menu page will now show you what items are done by a check mark. In this case, they are all checked off as being done. If they were not, you could click on the name or the form to complete it. If you click the blue arrow now, the forms will be submitted. Now let's talk about what to do with all these forms. You need several copies of all the important documents and also those from Step 4. You can make either paper copies for a folder or make digital, electronic copies by scanning or taking a picture with your phone or iPad. If you store digital copies on a USB, be sure to secure and password protected. You want this information in several places that you can get to easily during and after a disaster. It should be in your emergency supply kit's take and go bag, which you will learn more about in Step 5. As mentioned before, some of this information, but not all, should be shared with your personal emergency network. You should have it in one in-town location other than your kit. That could be a USB in a purse, wallet, or in your car. You could also give it to a friend or family member in paper or a USB electronic file attached to an email. And you should also store it in one out-of-town location. Maybe send it to an out-of-town family member or a trusted friend. You could use a secure internet storage service like the cloud, Dropbox, or Evernote, or send it to yourself in an email that you could get to later. As part of your emergency plan, we would like you to go to the In Case of Emergency card tab. There will be instructions in how to download it and print it. Then you should fill one out for each member of your household. The ICE, or In Case of Emergency wallet card, has only a small amount of information to have with you at all times. Emergency responders usually look for this in a purse or a wallet. Many cell phones have an ICE contact card to fill in, or you should make one. But in case your phone is locked or the battery is run down, you should always have the ICE wallet card. This is the end of the Step 3 video. Click on the Fill in the Form tab to access the forms. From the Special Consideration tab on the lower right, you can find information about how to prepare for a disaster if you have a pet or service animal. That includes forms to fill in about your contact information, their health needs, and care. You can also find more information for persons with dementia or Alzheimer's. This includes a substitute caregiver information form that provides very specific and complete information for anyone who would provide care for your loved one with dementia or Alzheimer's.